Hey there, lads and lasses. This here is Thunderhand64 coming at you live from the west coast of the United States with my camera not adjusted. Here on a Wednesday afternoon, it is a little bit past noon, and that can only mean that it is time for some Generations Minecraft server. All right, just making sure I'm all set here. I was a little bit too early today because, wow, I got to move the mic away. I'm peeking out here. Peeking as in P-E-A-K. All right. Check 1, 2. All right, that's a little too much gain. Right about there. Okay. I was so ready. Okay, so welcome in, Jessica's Jeannie. Jeannie, welcome in. So sometimes, and this was one of those times, I get a little confused between stream starts on Wednesdays and Fridays. So Wednesdays, they start at noon, not at 11. Fridays, they start at 11, right? So sometimes I get a little confused myself, and I'm like, I'm all raring to go. I'm all set up, and then I look, and it's like, oh, that's right. It's 11 o'clock. We start at noon. Yeah. So I've been kind of lurking. Not kind of. I've been actually lurking in both Lone Star stream and in Flying Villager stream. And I'm pointing like this because I have Lone Star on my phone right down there, and I have Flying Villager on the iPad right over there. So that's why I had to wait. Yeah, that's why. Good Lord. And if it isn't Jeppo-tastic herself. So you guys can see the auto shoutouts for both Jeannie and Jeppo. Please go check them out. Jeannie's a fellow Buffoon VIP and a consistent supporter of this channel. And Jeppo, of course, is one of the first 50 followers. In fact, Jeppo is follower number 50. How are you guys today? I am doing awesome. Jeppo, I've been lurking in some of your ukulele streams, and I love them. So cool. So let me see. So today is Wednesday. That means we are starting at noontime. And that means we're doing Generations. And last Wednesday, we were working in the survival world, building a bee farm. Now, I have to think about this because I'm technically on 4 different servers right now. It's like I'm reaching the limit of my brain power. Jeffo says, ah, ha, 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 ha. But her laugh is much better than that. I'm so glad to hear that. I feel like they are struggle streams. Mostly, that gives me hope. You know, to do that on stream, Jeffo, you know, that is really something. To struggle with an instrument on stream, that's something. I'm about to struggle with redstone on stream. So... Like I was saying, last Wednesday, we were working in Generations in the survival world on the bee farm. That means today we're going to be in the test world working on, in creative mode, on Baby Zombie Urusha. Base streams when? I'm actually making some good progress on that. So I've hired a consultant... and we've been working together with Ableton and Ableton Live, the Ableton Live 11. I think they're at 12 now, and I need to update. But I've been figuring out a lot of stuff in that now, and I'm getting closer, getting closer. So what you're probably going to see first from that end of things will be stream opening music and maybe video, performance video of that. So my goal is to first work on maybe 3 or 4 stream opening songs with maybe performance video from each one of those. The good thing about Ableton is, well, even without Ableton, I could do this, but I could play along live with my previously recorded tracks. So I could have a previously recorded audio and video track of the guitar parts. And then the drums I would have to program because I can't fit drums in here, and I really can't play drums that well enough for that anyway. But maybe the singing too. I'm not sure with the different vocal parts. So we'll see. Well, I've been working a long time on this, but I'm actually making some progress now. Super, super fun, but a lot of work. When I'm working on something like, when I'm working in something like Ableton and I'm trying to figure out that kind of stuff, I have to wait for things to dawn on me. And sometimes that's a long progress. I mean, hiring the consultant, that helps, that gets the ball rolling, but still, I just have to mess around with it until things click, right? And that's a slow process. But things have been clicking rather consistently over the last month. So, is that a beaker? Jeppo, this is a beaker. I always drink out of a beaker. It just happens to look particularly disturbing when you put Gatorade in there. Things click. That comes with age, doesn't it? Things taking a very long time to click, that comes with age. But that's always been a thing with me. And of course, the mighty, the one and only, and our good friend IRL, PC and Coffee, who's very likely at work right now. Hey, PC. How's it going there, my friend? Jessica, of course, thinking bones going snack, crackle, and pop. No. Concepts, skills, that stuff clicking. Cognitive stuff. You guys can see the auto shoutouts there for both PC and Coffee and the mighty Cyclopsalops. Look at you guys all piling in. This is super cool. I'm so happy to see you guys. So my older son, Biggie Cheese, is home from university this week. So we had him here for St. Patrick's Day. That was super, super cool. So we had our fine little St. Patrick's Day. That was nice. That's the way the Thunderhand family likes to do our holidays. We like to have little holidays right here at the house with just us. It's fun. Let's log on to the server, shall we? Let's see what's going on in there. Display scene right about there. We should be in the test world. When last we left off. Yes, we are. Okay, here we are. Yeah, I think they changed the spawning rules because usually whenever I die or I log out, the mobs despawn. But when I log back in now, or I die when I log back in, I notice that they are still left behind. They don't despawn. Okay, so we made ourselves a little bit of a made ourselves some progress. Actually, is what we did. I'm struggling to say it because, yeah. See, dudes, you're not supposed to still be around here. In fact, let's use you two at the very least to demonstrate. Now, this is going to take me a little bit because I'm going to have to backtrack a little. Or maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe I can just lead them into here and then I can demonstrate. Let's do this. Why, hey there, dudes. Come on. Come on. Burn in the sunlight, burn. Whoa, he's like right on me. Whoa, he is. Okay, that didn't take long. Let's go get his verdant little brother. Oh, there he is. Ah! Okay. he's right on. There he goes. Burning in the sunlight. Why? Because we have an opening up there. All right, there he goes. Okay, so we have some of the redstone exposed here. And this is one of the final two features. So what's happening here, just as a recap, is the contestant is running through the maze. And they may happen upon this particular area. And usually whenever they come to a dead end, there's always a button. And then in Baby Zombie Rush, you have to consider quite instantly whether or not you want to push this thing, whether you want to try your luck with this, because it could be something beneficial, something detrimental, or something just neutral, just benign, right? In this case, this particular feature, it opens up and you come into an open area. Now, the redstone will all be enclosed, so you won't be able to see it. But you can see baby zombies will be pursuing behind you. They will be burning in the sunlight. You have to juke them for a certain amount of time until eventually they all burn up. Then the expectation is that the player will realize, oh dear, what's going on here? This seems to be counting down. So something's going to happen. So they'll be looking about. There may be a station over here. They can try a button and get some goodies, right, to help them in the upcoming event. But eventually, this thing will run down. When this thing runs down, what I would like to do is have fireworks shoot off to draw the player's attention upward. And then the signal that triggers the fireworks will also trigger a command block that will cause baby zombies to rain down from the sky. That will be one feature. And different contestants will have different features, but that will be one of them. 3 weeks till I see Nebs. Oh, and my partner too. Oh, are you coming back to the U.S. here? I gotta get caught up with this. And Syke says, I think it's different for offline worlds and servers. Oh, okay, you guys are talking server. I can afford to store much spam. Yes. Hey, game theory. If you make the button red, I'm sure a lot of people would press it. Well, the thing is, I'm kind of limited on button materials, right? I have a stone button. We can have a black stone button, which would be pretty hard to see. Then we can have different variants of wood buttons, right? I think for now, with this kind of palette, I'm going to go with stone buttons. Also, the redstone signal is different for different kinds of buttons, too. Mangrove wood? I believe so. Let's just take a quick look at the variants. Button. So these are the different types. We have an oak button, a spruce button, a birch button, a jungle wood button, acacia button, dark oak button, mangrove buttons, yes, cherry buttons. Oh, they're pink. That's right. Bamboo buttons, crimson stem wood buttons, warped wood buttons, stone button, and a black stone button. So the stone button and black stone button give a shorter pulse, I believe, and then the wood buttons give a longer pulse. Or it may be the delay in activating them. But I have this working now where the entrance gate to the open area now functions, and the countdown clock begins. And now we have fireworks that need to go off. The command block I'm going to leave for next stream. I need to do a little research on that to get my coding down, and I don't want to learn the coding for that on stream. I want to actually look at that first, and then I'll do that on stream. So the same signal that comes out of here and shuts off the clock will also split out, and actually it's going to have to do 3 different things. It's going to have to trigger the fireworks, it's going to have to trigger the command block, and then after a certain amount of time, it's going to have to open the exit door. I'm back. Welcome back. So that's what's going to happen here. And that will be the steps in finishing this open area. Now, this open area may not necessarily always be in the center. I may have different versions of this where, it's in the corner or it's over there, because I don't want contestants to just watch the stream and then memorize how the game works, right? And then, excuse me, then have an unfair advantage, right? So one of the things I will do to make the game a little bit more playable and make the gameplay flow a little bit better is I will have 3 copies of the same configuration. So the contestant, I'm thinking, will have 3 tries to get through it. So say they start with this copy here. They start at the beginning, they go through, something happens, they meet their demise, timely or otherwise. Then they need to go back and they need to start again. But instead of starting at the beginning of this copy, they'll start at the beginning of the next copy. That way I don't have to stop the game flow to restock everything and reset everything. They'll have a reset version right over here ready to go. And then they'll run through this one, and maybe they'll die in that one. And then they'll have a third one, right? And then they'll spawn at a third one, and that will be their final one. That way it prevents me from having to reload all of these many features, reset everything each time, right? And so the game flow goes a little bit easier. I'm thinking about that. The second thing I'm thinking of doing is having a separate map for Baby Zombie Rush. I was thinking on putting this in the survival world, in the Generation survival world, but I'm thinking it would be easier and stuff for everyone involved if I just had a separate map for the test world. Not for the test world, but for the Baby Zombie Rush game, and just load that on the server when a contestant's ready to run it. And also, I could have different versions. So I could have a map with 3 copies of this version, and then I can have a map with a different configuration, 3 copies of a different configuration, and a map with, 3 copies of another configuration. That way I can just load those maps, and it would be easier. I don't have to keep changing the same structure. Reminder, also, I am here, but I'm also everywhere. Yes, I think you're also in Lone Star's stream and Flying Villager's stream as well. So I don't know how long they plan on streaming, but maybe we can raid each other in some sort of way. So one of the things I was thinking of would be closing up this redstone, but I'm going to leave it open for the time because I'm going to need to still use this circuit here to activate the other 2 circuits. So 2 things have to happen. I need fireworks. So let's see what the range of our vision is here. All right. All right, we can pretty much see everywhere up here. So I guess it doesn't matter from where these things fire. I'm thinking just off the top of my head, the 4 corners, but maybe they could also be the 4 sides. Let me see. We have nothing going on here. That's in this particular configuration. This will be where the entrance will be. That's the other feature, by the way, that has to be completed. So the open area needs to be completed, and it's almost there. And then we need to do something better for the start area. This is just a temporary feature in here so we can run tests. But our start feature is going to have to look a little bit better than that. Let me see. We can put a circuit there on that side, one behind the start feature. We certainly have room to put a firework dispenser over there. Yeah, and another one here. This should be good. Let's take a look underneath and see how we can run the circuitry here. Yeah, that's not bad, actually. We can... But I'm going to have to send a signal downward again. I mean, I did so over here. I can just use this circuit to do the same thing, but... And I think I'll use powered rails for that. Because powered rails will give an instantaneous pulse over there. So let's try that. Let's try that. There's a couple of things we need to work on first. We need some sort of reset switch here. Usually to reset this, I just break that redstone and then refill the container. Yeah, that's kind of jank. We're going to need to do something there. I'm thinking how to do this. All right, this observer is reading that comparator. I'm thinking I could have a piston. All right, let's see if this will work. I'm thinking of having a conductive block here. And have the piston push the conductive block into place and then withdraw it again. A target block might work there. Let's try it. Let's try and see if a target block is going to help me there or not. Thinking it might power this block, which might power that. Let's see what happens. I'm probably going to have to run redstone across the top of that, which is not going to work for us. But let's see what happens. In fact, we can just anything to trigger this would still work. Let's see if I can reach that. Change of state. Nope. Let's do that. Okay, yeah. All right, so that's not going to work. Redstone lamp. How to do this. Maybe a redstone lamp, right? Yeah, no matter what, I'm going to need redstone across the top. And that's a problem. I can't use any of these blocks. They'll be exposed. Eventually, we're going to have something like that. Oh, no, that will be open. Good. Okay, let's do this temporarily so we know with what we're dealing. We'll have that. So if I could get some sort of piston feature to push a block this way, that will complete that circuit. That will help. I could also try to move the observer itself. Let me see. That would be pointing up with the Piku over that way. Let's get caught up in the chat here. I literally have sound on all three of you. I'm getting literally everything all at once. How can your brain handle that? Oh my God, my brain would be going mad with that right now. This is so intense. Oh, doing okay, but lots of things happening. How about you? Life is life! And I agree, it beats the alternative. Although, would you know? So, Jeppo, I assume still in Yangon, right? Not meaning to dox you, but... To be fair... I have 1,000 voices running my head constantly. Yes, I know the feeling. Added 3 more apparently doesn't make much of a difference. Okay, yeah. Oh, for a few more days. Oh, okay. All right. Well, if you don't wish to convey the update here, I guess I could just log on to your stream the next time, which would probably be a better place to ask. Catherine Ellery. How are you? Long time no see. Hey, welcome on in. Good to see you. How can we activate this circuit? I mean, I need the water stream there, so I need a block on top of it. And I can't put anything like at that level because then the player might be able to see it from down here. And I'm trying to avoid that kind of stuff, right? So what's going to happen is this will be all blocked off. And it'll be blocked off on the other side too, right? So it'll look completely featureless like that, other than the lamps themselves. But all that redstone will be hidden, and that's how I want it to be. So I'm thinking this is as much space as I have to work with here. Which is not a lot of space. I could do something. I could do something on this side, maybe. For example, just a piston that pushes a glass block into place right there would break that circuit. Glass block or solid block. Has to be a solid block. There it is. Okay. That might do it. Although I think there's a cleaner way to do this. Let's do some of this. I'm using black stained glass right here, only to remind myself that okay, it's still there. It doesn't look like it's there, but it is. Glass is funny like that in Minecraft. Yeah, this will be all black stone in here, so this will be all covered up. But I'm using glass right now so we can see what we're doing, right? He asked himself. Right, he answered himself. Okay, so that will all be similarly over here, right? All of this will be enclosed. And this as well, but I'm not going to bother putting the glass there. But I'm putting the glass here because it just helps me think. I'm pretty sure that this stuff, though, can be closed back up now. And I am kind of stalling for time while my brain is trying to work. So currently, I have this working like this. So when the status of that comparator changes, which means that the dispenser is empty, the comparator will light up and then send a signal. The observer will see it, send a signal out here, down here, and activate that. I want to use, but if the dispenser is empty and then I fill the dispenser again, this will change state again, and then it'll trigger it again. And so I don't want that to happen. I want some sort of switch over here where it empties it out, it stops the process, and then afterwards, I can just flick the switch, disarm it, refill it, flick the switch again, and it's ready to go. That's kind of like what I'm doing right now. And again, I need these blocks in place here to cap the water, right? So I'm trying to think of a way I can temporarily break that circuit. Jeppo says, I'm heading to Korea for a few weeks and also moving within Yangon. Oh, okay. Cool. Thunderfan family will be off to Taiwan, but we won't be there until June and a little bit through July. And then they will be going off to Japan while I'll be coming home. So summer's going to be, we'll be in about those areas. Not Korea, though, but. Jeannie says, I really do love this maze. It is a lot of fun when we do a practice run on this thing. Which we will do before the end of the stream. I always try to have at least one practice run through the stream. Even if we don't need it, it's just funny to do. Oh, that'll be so nice. Good time to buy in Japan with the weak yen. Yeah, it's a good time to buy stuff. You are right. Although they are experiencing some over-tourism right now, from what I understand. And they're starting to shut down certain areas for tourists. I know your taunt. Our tunnels are better than this. Yes. So if you go to Japan now, yeah, it's a cool time to buy stuff, but also They're restricting certain areas over there now. Like the... What's the name of the geisha district over there? Starts with a G. It's not Gion. It's something like that. But, yeah, they're blocking that to... they're closing that to tourists. Because it's just getting swamped with tourists and stuff. And the tourists aren't following the rules and stuff. So the Japanese are closing that. That's at least what I've read from two different sources. So, and they seem to be fairly reputable sources. So, come on, brain, kick in with this. If I snake this instead of that way, if I bring it this way and have some. That looks like it's a redundancy, but yeah, that's just going to be redundant. That's because it is a redundancy. All right. I was thinking of placing another block here and having, or placing another block over this. One of the things I might be able to do is move a slab into place there to break the circuit, but same problem. Also, any piston I put here is going to be triggered by that redstone down there. I don't know. I might have to just do this manually. Maybe. All right, let's just start placing blocks. There we go. No. Hands. Just that. There you go. All right, that would be extended state right there. So piston would have to be here. Like that. And so I'm thinking this here, and then that piston just... it's going to have to go one more, I think. There we go. So it'll push forward and block that circuit when this becomes activated. And this can be just a good old manual thing. So we can do that. Maybe I can use a lamp there, but... And I got to think about this now. This should not activate anything below. It should be fine. If I put a lever on here, I should be good. And then if I withdraw, circuit's okay. Good. Good. This should have the same effect. Oh, you know what's happening though? I think this observer, can it see that block update? Yeah, it can. What I needed to do is just do that. Break the redstone without... And I thought I would just break the redstone here, but it can see that. What happens if I... Probably the same thing, right? No. But quasi-connectivity, it doesn't allow that. Okay. Does it break the circuit? That should break the circuit. That should totally break that circuit. See, that breaks the circuit. See, that should break that circuit and not allow this thing to run. Yeah, see? It's still allowing it to run. See, if I just bust this... See, now I can load it up without it activating, right? So that's what I'm trying to do. So that's not going to work. Bye-bye. It's like maybe some sort of, you know, if I could just use some sort of conductive block. That would be enormously helpful. Let me see. Gion Corner in Kyoto, maybe. Oh, wow. Got a lurk for now. A lurk. Okay. Appreciate the lurk, Jeppo. Yeah, that's probably the area of which I speak over there. But I do have to think of something for this. While my brain is paralyzed over this problem... you know, we could start the fireworks over here. And because, you know, I don't have a lot of experience with fireworks, so let's just spend the time doing that, shall we? All right, that's good. Let's grab a dispenser. Let's empty out the inventory first. Bye-bye. Okay. Here we are. Dispenser. Well, I can spell it. I just can't type it. Which is more exasperating than not being able to spell it. I can spell, I promise. I want to see how many blocks away so I can plan. Because I'm going to have to run power over here, so I'm just... Now, I'm not sure exactly where I'm going to place these. I mean, I could even place them in the wall units if I did it right, but let's take a look. Yeah, like here, I'm not going to be able to do that, maybe because I have the start features over here. Let's look at this. We'll do that, we'll do that, we'll do that. Here I'm okay. Right? And let's get over to here, like this. Okay. This wall has a lot going on in it over there. It might be okay here, but... this wall has quite a bit going on inside of it, too, for this water feature. This water feature is actually pretty cool, believe it or not. That came out a little bit better than I thought it would, but wow, it was a struggle. That did not manifest itself easily. Let's see. Okay, we're good there. You know what? I think for now I'll just leave them out here. That'll leave room for the redstone. And then I'm not sure how these work now, because like I said, I don't have a lot of experience with fireworks, so. So we have firework rockets and a firework star. So I'm not sure how these things work at all. Yeah, they don't work like that. That's for sure. All right, we might have to get them to clear this. Let's just move them outward. Just to see how these things work. Fuck. Just hands. Just please let me type. I know how to spell firework. Please. Okay, that just shoots a rocket straight up. Firework rocket, firework charge. Now, see, I would think that's a firework star, right? But what, do I have to craft it? It should be available in creative without crafting it. Let's see. Let's get a firework. Let's do this and let's do that maybe. I think I'm going to have to look it up. Because this did not seem to do anything, right? Yeah, say it just throws it out. And I don't know if we have to, like, there's any way to combine them or something. Yeah. All right, so we're going to have to do a little bit of research on fireworks here. Now, see, this is where I need Shut Mountain in here because I know he knows how to do this. Firework rocket. Okay, so I'm on my other screen right now as I look this up. Let's see. There we go. Okay, any firework star, paper, and gunpowder. Okay, so a firework rocket. Adding more gunpowder increases duration up to 3. Firework stars can be used with 3 gunpowder. But it's weird, you know, because you have a regular rocket, and then you have a firework rocket. It's a little strange. They should be different, but in creative they're the same. All right, so this is what I mean. So if we get, for example, some gunpowder. And we get some paper. Got ourselves a stack of paper there. Let's see. And different types of fireworks stars, right? So now see, they only give us one fireworks star for this. I'm thinking we should have many. It's just... But now, we need to craft these. Let's do one of these. Like that. Where's the boom? Where's that? Shut Mountain, there he is. Dude, how do you make the fireworks and make the fireworks pop and explode? How do you do that? So I have a firework rocket, right? Put it in the dispenser. And then where's the boom? I mean, where's the... I helped. Oh, did you go fetch Shut for me? Thank you. Shut Mountain, friend, moderator, fellow buffoon. I can send you the recipe site I use. Okay. But I don't think it's a matter of the recipe, because the recipe is just... I think it's this, right? Where you just do that... That. Oh, hold on. No, it's... And then you can add different gunpowder, right? Like, I can do that. But... So that gives me a firework rocket. I've got the firework star there. But why does it just shoot and it doesn't explode at the top? It is the recipe. You have to have exact things. All right, well, I've got the wiki up. I'm looking at the... Give me a minute. Okay. As you can see, I don't think I've ever used fireworks in Minecraft. After all these years, I've never used them. Yeah, it just says just use a dispenser, stick it in there, and shoot it off. But what do we need dye though for these? Is that? So let's use some blue, for example. Let's do that. We'll put some blue dye in there like this. Small ball, fade to blue. Okay. Whatever. We can now do this. It may be just the dye, right? And maybe just two of those like that. No, not like that. Like this. And let's put it out here so it doesn't hit the... Okay, there it is. So what I was missing was I was missing the dye. So the dye is what makes it explode. Let's find out where I have the edge of this. Sand. Sandstone. Okay. Yeah, I guess I could put it there, right? Right. So I've got it one off of there. You can make shapes and colors and everything. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. Well, I don't remember me doing it. I remember you doing that, and maybe Nova and so some of the other buffoons. Okay, so let me see. I would have to power this thing from below. And if I'm not mistaken, all I really need to power it is a brain. All I really need to power it is an observer, I think. Just a single pulse from an observer would do it. Let's see. This sucks though that in creative I can't just get a firework rocket of a particular kind. Sent the site to you on Discord. Okay, I'll check it out. You can make shapes. Right. I sent you the YouTube video of the one I used when I was learning redstone. Oh, okay. Yeah, so there's different configurations, right, that you can put in there to get different shapes and then dyes for different colors, right? All right, so I think if I take an observer now, if a single pulse from the observer sets this thing off, that'll make things a little bit easier. Yeah, that's nice. Okay. Yeah, I like that. That'll do. Okay. So now I can just have an observer tower going down, although I'm adding a tick of delay every time I do that. I know how to get around that, though. I think. So we're going to have something like this, and then we're going to need to run some power from here down over to that. And this redstone pulse is going to have to do that. And I did the same trick with the water over here that I did with that. But it's like I don't have enough room. Because I need this to activate the door. Or I need this so the door can activate that. So what I would need is like one more dispenser. right here facing down. Activated by this. Activated actually by this. Right here. But you know what? It doesn't have to happen here. It can also happen back here. And you know, we need this circuit anyway to and if we put it in the middle, it will be less likely to be seen. That might light that though, so we're probably going to need some insulation. Let's do that, and let's see if I want to test something here. I'm going to do that. And we'll do a lamp. We'll just put a lamp on there for right now, just so we can see it light up. In fact, let me see. This will come over to here. That'll come over to there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That way we can see it light up when we activate it. What I'm concerned with is I don't want that redstone to transmit through this block and light up that redstone. I think that might be able to go there. We need to break that temporarily. Let's do something like this. Let's load up the dispenser. All right. Reconnect the circuit. Like that. I think we should be all set. If I come over to here now, like this. Okay, that's running now. Oh. Oh, no, that did its thing. Nope, that did what it was supposed to do. Nice. You know, one of the other things we could do, we could make the walls taller, even taller. Right now they're 5 blocks high. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We could make the blocks even taller. We could make the walls higher. That would give us more room for circuitry. Originally, they were only 3 blocks high. And I'm still trying to keep them 3 blocks thick. In some areas, though, I've gone thicker, like in here. Because there's just no way I could fit the redstone in there. So, but I think this will be okay. All right, so we should be okay there. But what I want to see happen and then I think this was 23. Like that. Okay. That's loaded up. Okay, that's good. Let's reconnect the circuit. That's good. Okay, see? Now what I'm looking for here is to make sure, see this redstone line underneath on top of the target blocks, that's lit. But this is not. So this power isn't bleeding into that circuit. So I think we're okay there. If I had room, I'd have a hopper minecart to grab those faster, but... All right, you can see this is counting down, right? Now, when this counts down, we should see a pulse go right down there after the last one shuts off. So the clock should stop, right? The dispenser should stop, and then a pulse should shoot down and light up that lamp. I think I should have switched to standing mode in about 15 minutes ago. Yeah, so I have this timed, so it takes about 2 minutes. And of course, that's the moment I stood up and walked away is when it shut off. That's what I was supposed to be watching. But in the meantime, what is this still grabbing all of these? I think it is. Yeah, we could just do that. That'll help. We'll just make a shorter version. So just so I can see that last bit. Wow, that happened so fast I didn't even see it. Good Lord. Just do that. And let's just camp right here. Okay, yeah, there it is. Works fine. All right, so what I'm thinking is we can bring this over to here. We're going to have to bring this over to here anyway because I want the exit to be right around here. And this is also going to have to shut off the exit. So we can bring it here and we can drop the circuit down through here, through the floor. And then we can take it from there. That circuit can do 3 things. Launch the fireworks. So it can launch the fireworks. It can activate the command block, and then it can start another clock for the door to open and then close. So it can do that. And something's going on out there. I have to go see the front door. Mrs. Thunderhand is messaging me over there. All right. I'm going to do a be right back. Okay, and we're back. No biggie. Just getting our packages delivered to the front door. Mrs. Thunderhand's order of tea came in, and she orders like these huge boxes of tea. And sometimes they're too heavy for the Amazon delivery people. And they really hate our orders. They're like, oh, not the Thunderhand family. Oh, and they start carrying these unwieldy boxes of tea. It's so funny. All right, we can run the circuit down over to here. So yeah, this is going to work. All right, so we need to have the same kind of activation circuit over here, where we have a dispenser with water in it and an observer there. And it waterlogs this slab. And then an observer below will read that slab, its state being changed. Right here. Let me see if this observer. Nice. We can do that. Place the observer here. And you know what? Let's just pop a hole through the floor here towards the middle, because we're going to be doing back and forth a lot here. We breaketh that. We putteth that there. All right, now this part is actually pretty easy. Or it should be. It should be. So I need an observer pointing upward here. Now, this one I used... Okay, the observer was reading that piston. Okay, so we're good there. Let us do this. we go. Let me see. The little face should be pointing up, right? Yeah, there it is. Good. And now this will need to step down. And I'm going to put some. Now these will be solid black stone blocks here. But just so we can see what's going on. This I might keep the black stained glass right there just in case we have insulation issues. Oh. I wonder, can I do that? All right, what I'm thinking is this. That might hands, really. That might be okay. That might be okay. What I was hoping to do was to use the rails, the observer trick with the rails. I was hoping I could do that here, but then that's going to raise this up a little bit too much because I need an observer and that'll stick up over everything. So you know what? I can use redstone. I can use redstone here. So we'll bring the redstone down like this. We'll bring it like that, and like that. Okay, that's good. All right, now this signal is going to be too weak, so we're going to need some repeaters to act as relays. So let me see, we're going to need... let me see. Let's do this. Right there, and we'll split the difference right about here. That should be more than enough. Okay, we can put a bucket of water in here. Let's do this. Oh, I already had it up. So bucket also gives you a bucket of water. Okay, fine, whatever. Let's do that. And I'm going to leave this open so we can reload. Oh, you know what? That might be a thing. Yeah, let's make an access here for reloading this. Because I didn't think about that. Well, you know, once the bucket is in there, it's fine. I won't ever have to reload that, but just in case. Then I can get down into here like this, and I can access this, right? I don't think I'll ever have to do that, though, but just in case. All right, so we should be good here. That should give us a signal over there. It should activate this. Let us now from there. All right, now here's the observer, right? Now we're going to copy what we did over here. Except we're going to use a slightly different method. All right, so let's get this. Let us do that. That should be pretty much a straight run all the way over there. The extension should be here. And let me think. How is this going to work? When this pushes down, it'll activate. I need the signal to be over there. That's in its retracted state. Okay. So it should drop this down. This should send a pulse out that way. That away with a superfluous medial vowel. Let's do this. Now, I think I can use the rails for this. They're expensive. In a survival build, they're expensive. But they should be quicker. Should be less delay. All right, so we're going to need powered rails over here. Awk. Yeah, these things. Hands, those. This should drop. It should send a pulse through here. And if I'm not mistaken, I think it's every 9 of these is what it takes to power this. Let's test it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We need a lamp. We'll just use the lamp for testing here, just for the moment. And we need to put the Piku facing that way. Good. Now, if I do this... All right, I think in order to light the lamp, though, we need a repeater. There. And maybe the repeater has to be set to 1 block. Or... That's what we need. That's how this works. There, like that. Okay. I'm not sure what the limits are, though. Let's go 1 block, 1 beyond this. I thought it was 9, though. I thought 9 was the limit. So that's 10. Yeah, so 9 is the limit. Okay. 9 is fine. Fuck. Okay, so the idea here is... This should drop down like this. Send a pulse through here, and it should go all the way down there. Activate the fireworks. Let's try that. So every 9, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, This is going to be a little weird right here. We're going to have to turn a corner. We're going to need a piece of redstone. I think for here we might be able to do this. We might be able to do that. That's what I'm thinking. I mean, this is kind of pointless, actually. We should be... like that. And then I'm thinking because of that, we might be able to either turn a corner this way. Let's see if this helps us turn a corner. Let's turn the corner over here so we can see it happen. But this might add a little bit of a delay. And you know what? We really ought to leave this testing block down here until we're ready. All right, let's look for that lamp right down there. Nothing. Oh, that's why. Thunder! Chat, you're supposed to help me with things like this now. I mean, I appreciate the lurks, but also, you know. There it goes. All right, so that helps us turn a corner here. That's cool. All right, well, if that's the case, we can do something like this. We can continue this over to here. Like so. Do that. And if this... Nice, it's 9 too. That works out great. I'm wondering if I can just run the rail on top. Like this. And if I just triggered this. Let's pull that out of there right now, for now. Joe right here. If I did that, then that, I should be able to see that light. Yeah. Okay, that'll work right across the top just like that. This might be too weak of a signal, though. It might be just one block. Let's see. The other thing we can do is just temporarily remove that and put that on there so we can see the signal. Yeah. Okay, so we'll need one more observer doing that. Yeah, like that. Okay, this will work for this. All right, we can take that off. We can put our dispenser here like that. I mean, technically, since we're on the side, we don't even need to step it up. I mean, the dispenser could be down here, right? But it's just that this way allows you to turn the corner, right? You have to go up with it. I suppose you wouldn't have to, though, if you faced this forward like that. Yeah, you could do it that way. Just on the 9th one. I mean, this doesn't have to be on this level. All right, so now let's just put a regular rocket in here first. We'll just load one into place. And let's see if the whole system will work. It should. All right. Let's grab these. Let's come on down here. Let's load it up. We do that. Now, after this counts down, we should see a rocket head off there. If this works right. Let's try it out. I'm going to have to restart the music too. All right, so I'm just going to activate this. That starts. When that counts down and stops, we should see that over there. Oh, did I put the observer in place? I don't think I put the observer back in place, did I? It also did not pulse quickly enough to grab this. But it should have. It definitely should have. This should drop it and then bring it back very, very quickly. Huh. Let's see what happens. The other thing I could do too is I can just pulse the button. You know, yeah, see, I can see that from down below. That's what I don't like. I did not mean to eject that from my hand. We just place that there while we reload. We almost have this. We're very, very close. Gumakwa! Are you still working on this thing? Darn straight I am. I would ask how you're doing, but we all know, fantastically mediocre. I didn't get down there in time to see what was happening. Come on, come on, come on, hands. Bring me back up there, please. Okay, it did. I think it did send the observer down and retract it. Let's make it go a little bit longer. Fantastically mediocre. So let me see. Oh, I don't have your shout out coded correctly to show what you were streaming last. Are you still playing Mad Max? Hands, please. Like that. Okay, that's good. All right, we should be all set. Let's see what's happening or not happening. Oh, it's not activating at all. Why not? And why not? Okay, so that is getting down to there. Okay, that should be working. It should send us a pulse and hit that and send that down. We should get a signal roaring right across there. Mad Max, Cult of the Lamb, and coming to the end of Astronomer. And Jenny saying, I must do the lurk. Okay. Lurk appreciated and expected, or I understand you were in a couple of different streams. Although, let me see, I think Flying Villager might have raided over to Lone Star, and then Lone Star seems to be on a break. Sorry for that. We let me see. We have 12 minutes to our own stream. So, you know, if Lone Star returns, we might wind, if it does say he'll be back, we might wind up raiding him. So we'll see. But this should be doing its thing. Let's see if I can get a pulse sent through this. Okay, but it just deposits it and leaves it in place. I don't get the double action, which I should be getting. I should be getting the double action. It should be dropping this down. There should be a delay, and then it should be pulling it back up. I mean, I could set a clock on it. I mean, it doesn't have to act vertically like that, but... So it should drop it down into place, maybe a 1 count, and then pull it back up. I mean, it could work vertically like that, but it doesn't necessarily have to. I mean, we could also have it and make it a little bit closer to the top, right? I mean, it could do something like this. So if I go like... It should be so fast, though. Or it should be double action. But double action usually requires a button. For example... like this. And if I do that, or, please, like that. But see, a button requires double action. So what we would have is, for this, we would need just a very quick, maybe a comparator clock. Yeah, maybe a comparator clock would do it. Like that, so it would send in a pulse twice, right? So that's the idea. In fact, we can orientate it this way. Let me see. We're going to need some redstone. Right over to here. We've got this, that, and that. We're going to need a couple of comparators. A couple. We're going to need 4 of them. And we can do this like this. So here's a simpler version of it with inputs and outputs. Although that's kind of nasty to look at, that one. This one's a little bit easier. where you have the input on one side of this and then the output on the other. Sometimes they put a block here. You don't always have to. But input and then the peg, the single peg, the button faces away from the input. So the direction, so it reads the input and outputs it in the other direction. So, and I think that's a small enough circuit. Like this. Input goes here. Other way. Input goes there. Output goes there. And then your output will activate, should activate the thing there. And we can move it over some too. Now I could either have it down there, like that. No, this is facing the wrong way. That's better. We do this. Let's just run 2 right there. We'll put that there. And then we'll use the lamp. You can see where we have to go down there and then we have to bang a right down there. So I'm just moving it over this way so we can save ourselves a block. But it doesn't really matter. Redstone lamp so we can see what's happening. This might be good enough. Let's see. I think I can see it better from this side. What am I missing? This pulses through here. I might... Do I need a repeater? Need a repeater? No. I do not need a repeater. Maybe it's too fast? Maybe this signal is not strong enough for the second pulse to go around, so maybe I do need that repeater. Let's try it. I think I will be doing 7 days to die again with folks. I suspect Stardew will take over the spot of astronomer. Does your wife know you were getting the double action? Kamakwa, my double action days are long over. The single action just takes all my resources. There's no way I would ever, in my right mind, double that. All right, I'm thinking I can do this. I'm thinking I can do something like that, then put the circuit here. Like that. Do this, do this, do this, do this. Comparator. And we can get away with moving this over another block too if we do it that way. Like that. Like that. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. Okay. This should be okay. Where's my second pulse? Maybe we need it to be a little more direct. To get the full strength. Oh, no, wait, I know why. Should be off of this one. It's not going to make that much of a difference though, but oh, we're good there. Good. Why am I not getting my second pulse? Why? This should loop it around and give me my second pulse. So I mean, that wasn't even, well, that's because that's not attached. And we don't even need to be doing that. We can just listen to the piston here. That seemed to have done it. That's what I want. Right there. Just, yeah, if you could just do that, that would be great. Yeah. This moves it over this way. Now, why that and not this? Yeah, okay, okay. Please, now just do the thing, all right? Just do it. Like that. Yeah, okay, done. All right. I guess it likes it like that. All right, we're going to need to run this line. How am I doing for time? I'm actually at time. But I want to see this thing run. So I'm going to go a little over time right now. Lone Star is still streaming, so I think he's good. let's just run this circuit all the way out. Come on, creative mode. Stay with me here now. Let's get the powered rails. 1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9. Skip one. 1, 2, 3. Like that. If I do this correctly, and that's a pretty big if. We can do right. I mean, we could even have that over here, but that's fine. It's fine. It's gonna be fine. Okay, good. Now this should do the thing. It should totally do the thing. We do that. We do that. Let's make sure we're armed and ready. We're not. Okay. This looks good. No firework. What happened? Why? What have you done? Why? Why? And that totally should have done that. All right, I did not hear that fire. Activating that from down here is going to be a little difficult. Are we primed here? Okay, this is doing its thing, right? Right. Just making sure my count is good. Okay, that should read that. So if this changes, okay, so this works. All right, so let's do this. Let's get a crafting bench. Oh, hands, please. Yeah, let's get a chest. Great. And we're going to need what? Duration 3. Fireworks star. And let's go with the green ones, shall we? We got green dye. Done and done. We're going to need gunpowder. We're going to need paper. We're not going to need the rockets by themselves, though, because that's part of the crafting recipe. Okay, sir. Need to lurk. Lurk. Please do. Lurk appreciated. I'm actually over the stream time right now anyway, but I would really like to see this work. So let's combine these. All right, and then let's take a look at the recipe. Let's do this. Looks like the charge goes there. It looks like the paper goes there. And it looks like we have gunpowder here and here. And we could do that. And then if I do this, and I just load one into there, and I do that like that, if this goes off, I mean, we should... All right, that should be very obvious, right? I mean, we should be able to hear it as well as see it, right? All right, let's get over here. Let's make sure that we're all primed here. All of this should be working. Okay, that works. Good. Okay, great. Okay, so it works up to that point. Let us rearm. Good. Why? Why? What have you done? All right. Let's see if this is activating. I heard it. I didn't see the water, though. It's like the dispenser didn't go off. Why not? Now, see? Okay. So that means our signal coming over here is not strong enough. There, seeing it? Okay, well, let's just add some more repeaters then. Maybe more repeaters are needed. Oh, you know what? I think I ran into this before where this is a problem. I think that's a problem. I think coming down steps of glass with this, because the corners, if I'm not mistaken, that might be the issue. That might do it. Weird, weird properties of things in Minecraft. Let's put that repeater back in place. Okay, that should do it. We're all set to go. Let's try it again. Done. Good Lord. Okay, so that part works. So now we're going to need a clock. I don't want that to happen right away. We're going to need a much longer clock than this. All right, I made a short clock for this, but here I'm thinking maybe Etho Hopper clock, because then I can remember when that activates, what we want is the player to come running through here, juke the baby zombies, right, and have about 2 minutes while this counts down. Now, that'll still happen, but the moment this counts down and stops, this should also shut itself off afterwards. Oh, so we're going to need some sort of piston system there. Yeah, to drop the observer and pull it back up. Yeah, we're going to need that because it needs to shut this off afterwards. This is in the primed position. That's right. That's right. We're going to need that as well. Okay, but progress. Progress. We learned about fireworks today. If Kachi were here, Kachi would tell me all about this. But Shut and Genie jumped in anyway, so I'm fine. I just need to look at those now and craft them up. Okay, let's wrap up the stream here. Now I feel satisfied to the point where I can raid out. So I'm going to raid out to Lone Star. And there is a raid message in the chat. You can copy and paste that into the chat if you would like to join us. And I always encourage the viewers to come along on the raid with us, even if you can't stay for the entire stream or you have to lurk or something. At least drop in, say hi, and if you feel so inclined, to follow some bits, maybe a sub if you feel up to it. It would be greatly appreciated. We are going to raid Mr. Lone Star. Let's set that up. And let me see, let's do this. Slash. That's right, not exclamation point. that should be forward slash. Or is it backslash? Thunder, please. Come on. Come on. I have done a raid before. What's going on with my raid? Why can I not raid? It should be forward slash raid. Not capitals. Okay. Yeah, there it is. All right. I typed that 3 times like that. I'm looking back in the chat. I typed it correctly 2 of those times. The first one I had the exclamation point, but now I guess it's whatever. Okay. So we're gonna raid out to Lone Star. Family friendly viewers. Lone Star sometimes has some mature content, language and stuff on there, but he's a super cool dude. Fellow buffoon on Buffooncraft. In fact, right now, what is he doing? Looks like he's back on the Buffooncraft server. I can't tell if it's right away if it's the community server or it's the season 5 server. I know he was on the season 5 server earlier. But anyways, let's go over there. Let's check him out. Just remember that we do this generation stream every Wednesday from noon to 2 o'clock p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Our next stream will be Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 o'clock p.m. That will be Buffooncraft SMP. And, I forget whether it's going to be community server or it's going to be the season 5 server. I forget. I'm going to look at that quickly. I probably don't have time to look at that, do I? Probably not. I got to remember what I streamed last week. Too late. Time's up.